Episode 5 of the Cookies and Beats podcast with your hosts, SeoulPark and Phantom House.
What's goody?
Phantom, are you a baker?
Man, I always a good cook, but I actually enjoy cooking a lot. Like, I would cook more often, but my mom, she's like, she's a freak, man. Like, she doesn't let me touch anything in the kitchen. She thinks I'm gonna blow the house or some shit. So I'm trying. I'm starting to avoid ordering Uber Eats every day. I'm starting to learn how to cook. Slowly, like small things. But yeah, I'm such a bad baker. But like,
Because you
I
have
love
nice
cooking.
buns.
Who said that? Man,
You know,
can we end the
I
can
was
we end the
gonna
podcast already?
I started this episode with the pickup line, but you just went into your family's history of baking.
Yeah, so man, I don't know what's wrong with my mom, dude, but like every time I try to cook something, she just thinks I'm gonna like set the place on fire.
You
But
or
hey,
she?
she
Oh
thinks
my
that.
god, that is so funny.
No, man. Yeah, but you tried, man. Like you tried. Maybe next episode.
I'd say God bless you,
Yeah,
but it
bless
seems
you.
like he already has.
I'm so weak, dude. Dude, but that was like the worst pickup line I ever heard, by the way. Like
To all our
you gotta
listeners, if you have somebody special in your life that you're trying to get their attention, you want them to fall in love with you, I just unlocked the secrets to their hearts. Okay? So let me repeat it. Are you a baker? Because you have
and
nice
then
buns.
yeah, that's wrong, bro. You need to let them first.
You need to let them talk about their
Yeah,
family's history of baking.
come on, man. Like, and it's so funny because everyone in my family like they cook really well. I'm the only one who just refuses to do anything.
Mm,
Man, I'm built for different, I guess.
man. Dude, I'm going to be honest. If these two pickup lines, and
Yeah.
listeners, if you use these pickup lines, whether they work or not, please DM us at Cookies and Beats on Instagram. Let us know how it goes. These
Hopefully the ones
No, please.
say like,
We want to hear it, okay? On top of podcast topics that you can DM to us, please let us know how your love lives are going.
yeah, we're very excited to hear them.
Why did you say it like that?
Because man, you ask someone if they can cook and they just like a pickup line, man, that's such a turn off.
So
I'm like,
wait,
man,
so did I disappoint you because you thought
yeah,
I was genuinely asking?
I was like, man, because somehow I can't even see your face, and when I see
we
your
actually
face,
we
it's
need to
like,
let the listeners know. So this is one of the biggest ironies of this podcast.
so yeah,
So
let me explain it. So
yeah,
pretty
Phantom,
much
go ahead.
all I see is my face all the time. So it's like talking to myself, you know. So it feels like I can't see your face, so I don't know if you're serious or like joking or anything. So it's just like, okay, man, it's just my face, whatever. So that's why I'm looking here at my phone so I can see his face, but it's delayed like a few milliseconds, so it
Here
doesn't even matter.
here here is the irony of the podcast, guys. Right now, obviously, you guys can all see our faces in real time on the YouTube replay. But in order for me to broadcast my face, I don't actually have my camera on in the Discord call that I have with Phantom. So
Nothing.
all every episode to date, Phantom is just looking at his own face.
I'm just looking at my face all the time. Like, dude, I'm so tired of looking at this dude. Like he's just there doing nothing.
And then he sees at least a 1 second delayed video of my face. So is it never adds up.
Yeah, man. It doesn't really hit, man.
But earlier today I said, Phantom, then let me FaceTime you and then you can see my face. But then
Damn.
now Phantom's issue with that is now he's gonna be looking at the phone, which is not at the webcam, and then it just
Yeah.
everything looks off now.
Yes, sir. You nailed it. But it's
So
fine. I'm starting to get used to it.
we'll find a workaround so that you can see my face in real time as well in the future.
The future, bro. And the future probably just be there at this point.
But these two pickup lines, they've come from my TikTok live streams. So for context, I live stream on TikTok every now and then, and occasionally I will just tell the chat, guys, give me your best pickup lines. And I swear to God, Phantoms, some of these pickup lines are legitimate.
No, they know, dude. But some of them, dude, they're just like, man, you too wild. Like, chill, man. Like, take a break, dude.
But
Like, turn off your Wi-Fi. Go outside. Do something else.
this Baker pickup line, man, it was amazing. I never
Amazing,
thought
bro.
I would unravel your whole family's baking lineage,
I want
but
family, bro. It's just my mom, dude.
it's just my mom. So your mom, does she bake well?
Oh yeah, she's just a nice cook.
What's the favorite? What's your favorite of her baking
Oh man,
lineup?
just honestly, bro, her meat pie, I'll fucking love it. Just amazing. And I
Meat
haven't
pie?
had it
Is
in
that
a
like
while.
a? Is that like a? What do you call that? Like a? You know what Chef Boyardee is?
What?
Okay, you don't.
Bro, I'm,
Well, you're from Spain, so you wouldn't know. But Chef
oh,
Boyardee, do a quick
I
Google
guess I'm
search.
from Spain.
Do a quick Google search on your end. Chef Boyardee is this microwavable canned food that a lot of Americans ate growing up. 90s babies. I mean, Chef
Wait,
Boyardee is still around, but Chef Boyardee is like it's primarily Italian food. So like, but I'm blanking on the food dishes names. But it sounds like
oh,
a
no,
meat
no,
pie.
I know this, but this
You
is like literally, I've seen the ravioli.
yeah, ravioli. There we go. There we go. So is a ravioli similar to a meat pie?
No, dude, a meat pie is literally just, like you know how pies are usually made?
Yes.
But like instead of like jelly or whatever you put in, you just put like meat,
Okay, so
cheese,
it's savory.
veggies. Yeah, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Wait, you never had meat pie, bro?
I mean, I might have. No, it's like empanadas.
Yeah,
Empanadas.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's something like that. Yeah, it's pretty much empanada. Yeah,
Okay, bet. Okay.
yeah. It's pretty cool,
No,
man.
meat pies are good. They're good. They're good. I was mistaken. Raviolis and meat pies are in different vicinities. My apologies, listeners.
But yeah, meat pie, man, dude, I love that shit.
So, have you tried baking in your life?
Yeah, I tried. I actually enjoy baking. It's pretty fun. It reminds me of like making music, and like you gotta stick all the layers and make sure you don't clip, adding a lot of salt or whatever. So I think I would be a nice cook if I tried.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Okay.
As long as I don't have to touch onions,
Hey,
I'm
if you
good
get
with it.
better at cooking, there's no need for you to do these. Remember these pickup lines.
Man,
You can throw
hey,
the
I
pickup
can
lines out the
cook,
window.
dude. I must just try cooking. Like I must just pack it back and like have all the ingredients and add some plants and start like
Mm-hmm.
cooking right away. No pickup lines, just cooking.
So in terms of music, what's on your plate that you are able to disclose to listeners? Like, what are some things we can look forward to? Anything that you can disclose?
Um, yeah. Actually, I have a cool remix coming
Oh,
up for dope artist.
ooh.
So it's coming up soon,
Tell me
like
how
sooner than what you think.
how did this happen? How did this come about?
Well, so this happened. Well, actually, it happened like literally 2 weeks ago,
Uh
but
huh.
like this happened last summer. Um, yeah. So this producer, also DJ, he was looking for some music to play on like an outdoor party after a festival. So I just like DM him like, "Yo, I got some music if you're down to play." Like, and I sent him like actually an released track from you and me,
Mm-hmm.
an exclusive, and he's like, "Yo, I love this, man. Like, thanks for sending." And yeah, pretty much started talking from there. And last week I saw a dope remix. It was like just like an MP3 I got from SoundCloud, and then I sent it to him, and he pretty much loved it, and he decided to send me the stems.
Wow.
So yeah, it's
Wow.
almost done.
So you literally just, you know, out of your own time, you wanted to remix one of his songs.
Yeah, man.
You and then you said you posted on your IG story. You tagged him,
Yeah,
and then from there,
and
the convo just said, "Yo, this is great. Let me send you the stems to the song."
yeah, I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that.
Wow.
But yeah, crazy man. Sometimes like sometimes just like dude, so you saw it. You never know.
Yeah,
And yeah, I'm so happy, man, like with the result. Like remix is really dope.
I can't
And
wait.
I hope you all enjoy it as much as I do. So yeah, keep an eye on my socials. I'll post something about it soon. Maybe
Listeners,
later this week.
whether you're shooting your shot through a pickup line or through an IG story, shoot your shot.
Yeah, just do it. Don't think about it.
Shoot,
What's the worst that can happen?
right.
Like
Shooter's gonna shoot.
yeah, like maybe like sometimes you don't even see it. That's fine. You don't even embarrass yourself. So like just do it
Mm-hmm.
and keep trying. Even if it doesn't happen once, maybe next time will happen. And trust me, I got rejected a lot of times in music. So it's just crazy. But you gotta keep going because, you
Yeah.
know.
I'm curious. Have you ever used a pickup line on a girl?
Um Seriously, not. As a meme all the time.
Ooh. What do you mean as a meme? Like, are you talking about like that's to your friends or like to like some people you were
Uh
interested in?
just yeah. Like someone I'm just with, like it's just like when he's just flirting or like pretty much looks like, just getting to meet someone and you
Yeah.
guys just start like whatever, just joke and shit. Yeah, it's happens all the time, but like I don't think I ever use the pickup line like seriously. Like I don't think they work. Cause it's like,
Mm.
okay, I don't know.
You know, I
I'm
think
not
I think the thing with pickup lines is I think it's all about the setting. I think it's all about the setting. Like
it's yeah, I agree with that. It's the moment
like two
you
examples. Clubhouse and the club. In your opinion, where do you think the pickup line would actually work?
and I would say Clubhouse straight up.
I agree.
Like in real life, you know that unless you like ultra extroverted, like it's not there's like man, there's 1% of chances that are gonna like work. Cause like people in real life are not that like open as like online, I guess.
Yeah.
So
I think the difference is it really is about the setting. Like a clubhouse to the listeners that maybe aren't aware of what Clubhouse is. Clubhouse is a social media app that blew up during COVID, so during 2020. And think of it as there's a timeline on the app, just like you have on IG. And all that's on the timeline are different rooms. You
yeah,
can go in the rooms, and there's only two roles within the rooms. There is a speaker and there's audience, and that's it. And if you'd like to become a speaker, you have to raise your hand, and then there are moderators in the room, and they will bring you up to be a speaker. In a setting like that, where you're meeting random people on the internet, it's short interactions. A pickup line, it wouldn't work for the sake of it's a pickup line, but more for the sake of breaking the ice.
Yeah, absolutely.
But in a club, I mean, first, people don't go to the club to talk. People go to the club to dance.
You would be surprised, like how many people just go to clubs to just meet people. I'm like, man, just go to like an online date app or something.
Right.
Like it's just I don't know, man.
One of the things that have been thrown at me, one of the hats I wear on my, especially on my TikTok platform, is whenever I live stream, I kind of end up becoming a love counselor for my listeners. And the biggest question I get, the most common question I get from the listeners is like, how do I get this person to notice me? Or like, how do I, um, like, what do I do to get their attention? And then I always give them the same piece of advice, which is you just honestly have to be yourself. And on top of that, you have to be put together. No one wants to get to know somebody that, is just bringing all of their insecurities into a relationship, or just like their baggage, right? And in order to get rid of all of that, you need to like have some time of reflection, to just look in the mirror and work on, first being comfortable with your singleness, get to understand yourself as a human being, know your faults, insecurities, and then work on that. And then once you learn how to self-love, self-appreciate your and also just be able to like nurture self-confidence, that's when you then come off as someone that is really attractive. Because in my opinion, Phantom, somebody that is put together, and not in the sense of like you're perfect, but
Oh yeah,
you
just like
know what
your
you're about.
confidence, Yeah, you know what you want. You're just confident in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important nowadays because it just shows up
And as odd as
like
it sounds, you can
you know,
also kind of tell from the way people walk, like their posture.
yeah, I guess I don't know, man.
Like,
Yeah, like
uh, on a general scale, I'm not saying good posture equals like put together people,
yeah,
but there is a sense of confidence that you can get from a person's physical presence. It expands posture, but posture is part of it. But like everything from the way somebody presents themselves, especially physically, and obviously during COVID, we've met with people less, we're out less, we're mainly in our homes, but you know like that's my one piece of advice to people, especially like when they're talking about like romance and trying to find somebody or find the one, or get somebody to notice them. It technically sounds counterintuitive, but it really is the best thing you could do, which is work on yourself. Like take a step back, don't even think about trying to win anybody over. First become the person that you want to be.
yeah. You can't compare yourself. Like you gotta be just yourself.
Yeah.
Do just like whatever you want to do with it. Just like it's not a race. It's like who's better, like who's worse. Just you. You have your own race with yourself, so just try to be like the best. I mean, you don't have to be the best version of yourself. Like every day is like it's like a journey. Every day you get better.
Everyone's got a
You
different
know,
pace.
small steps. Yeah, as long as you're happy with what you're doing yourself, that's what matters. I have to force anything else.
I remember, Phantom, we were kind of debriefing about, our last 4 weeks on the podcast. And one of the
Yeah.
things you were saying was by the end of the episodes, your back is super sore.
Oh yeah, man.
What do you
So
mean by
great.
that?
I don't know. I just feel like since we start like podcast, I don't move. I just stay still in here and like look at the screen. I feel like it's just
I mean,
like
yeah, it is
because
your
when I'm
face.
nervous, when I'm nervous, I just like stay still
Yeah,
and try not to do anything. It's just like don't move or anything. Now I'm starting to get used to it a little bit more. Just trying to like go outside my bubble. And yeah, it feels better, man. Like I can just move and shit. Like
yeah.
I don't care.
Get comfortable, man. I've definitely
Yeah,
like I was rewatching some of the clips of our podcast, and I noticed like I was sitting as if I was taking a standardized high school exam. Like my back is
dude.
straight, like I'm stiff, and so I'm definitely sitting a lot more comfortable right now. But it's definitely like something where we're both getting a better feel for. I mean, obviously we're 5 episodes in now.
Yeah,
It's a lot more natural versus episode 1. And I
yeah,
think too, whenever I plug that I have a podcast on my other platforms, obviously the first question that everyone asks is, well, "What's your podcast about?" And that really is too something that we are feeling out as we go,
yeah.
because the end of it all is we don't really have an agenda with this podcast.
Really don't. We just go by the flow. I mean, of course, we have like some topics like the ones you guys send us, and like just like our own topics. Like we always have that, but like most of the time, we try to just go by the flow and slowly like deconstruct every topic, just like mix topics with what we have planned. So yeah, it's never like okay, it's everything like planned 100%. It's always like just like we just being ourselves most of the time.
Yeah. But
And I feel like that's
also
hard.
why it's going to continue to make more and more sense is because in the near future, you and I, we have a lot of content in store.
Yeah, a
We have
lot.
we have music that we're working on together individually. I have other content aside from music that I am preparing to pump out and release to my other platforms. And in a way, in the future, as more of our own content becomes available, this podcast will also be a way to have discourse about our future content.
Yes, absolutely. I'm really stoked about it.
Like a
Like,
lot of the TV shows, a lot of reality TV shows that are popping off nowadays, the one thing that is true about all of those popping reality TV shows of 2021 and of the current time is there's always MCs.
yeah,
And
yeah,
the reason why we as viewers like when there's an MC aspect to a TV show is because first, when you watch something in a show, the whole point of the show is to be able to talk about it. And when you see people on the screen right after the scene talk about it, it helps you reflect and kind of like digest what just happened. You know what I mean? Like the whole
yeah.
MC aspect that exists in a lot of the TV shows nowadays.
I mean, man, I get what you say, sometimes I'm like, man, I haven't seen TV in years now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely get what you say. It's just like a way to like just like refresh what you heard,
Yeah.
but like in like a sort of like clear way. But yeah, definitely, definitely agree with that.
I saw this thing um on the web pretty recently, and I thought it was like a really good way of capturing the whole year of COVID, and I guess year and a half now. It said because of COVID, everybody in the world was able to either rediscover or discover for the first time their passions.
Yeah,
And I
that's
thought
definitely true.
that was just a very profound statement because it's so true. You know, COVID first it shifted the workforce upside down. Everybody was working from home. It doesn't matter what industry, what line of business, everyone is on a Zoom call. And then the people that were already home are only home now. So it was just like this new transition for everybody. And to a lot of people, in the beginning, everyone was just like, what do I do? I am
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just looking at the same four walls of my room. What do I do? But then slowly everybody found their groove. And usually for the majority of people, that groove was a new passion or hobby. So I wanted to ask you, Phantom, what was what was something new that you picked up during COVID?
honestly, nothing new. It's just stuck to what I do, which is music. But like, probably like it's been like the best and the worst thing ever.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
tell me more.
Like mentally and physically, it's been like the worst thing ever.
Yeah,
But like, for example, like for like my passion, which is music, it's been amazing. Like the first couple of weeks, but then it's just like I was like, okay, so I started to rethink everything. I was like, is this what I want to do, or like I want to like just go another path? So it just slowly started going downhill,
yeah,
and honestly, that was like amazing. Even though it sounds like bad, it made me like rethink my career. I was like, what I want to do with myself, like. So it's been like such a nice way to see myself grow, like just like think like what's the right move. So yeah, like I haven't like picked anything new. I just like try to improve what was already there, which is like just like improve myself,
yeah,
like my health and music. So it was like just like okay, how can I make anything better now instead of like picking something new? Because I feel like I already have enough to work with. Then like just like go and search something new. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I mean, for me, my whole journey, it's pretty public. I've talked about it multiple times, but it really is like I think the thing that COVID did to all of us is it took away all the distractions. Like you couldn't distract yourself with anything anymore to some
Yeah.
degree. And what I mean by that is like for me pre-COVID, I would go to work, and then when I have free time, I could just kick it with my friends, go to the club, go to karaoke, go to the movie theater, all this stuff. And not to say that I can't karaoke, at my place or I can't watch a movie, but like you are you essentially during COVID you were forced to look at yourself in the mirror. At some point in time, you would run out of the distractions. Like, yes, there's enough content in the world to watch till the end of your days, but Like you would go mentally insane watching a movie for 24 hours.
That's not living, man. It's just yeah. If my thing, wow, amazing. You have like free time. You can do this and that, watch whatever you want. But like, is that living at the end of the day?
Yeah,
Like just being like in a room all day or a computer, a screen. I feel like I mean, don't get me wrong. Like it's just like I mean, I've been exposed to computers and whatever, social media, internet, everything, my whole life, and I think it's like the best thing ever. But at the same time, you need a break from that. You can just stay there all day, all night. It's just gonna go crazy. You're gonna go insane.
yeah,
So I definitely, yeah, it's just like not it. Like you need like to break that routine, like do something else, go outside, make plans, anything else, but
yeah,
like stay in your room all day.
yeah. I think one of the pieces of advice I've been giving to my supporters and people that like my viewers and whatnot, especially, and then this is really to our listeners now, which is just take a chance, take risks, pick up something new, and see what brings you happiness. And if it's fun, if it's fulfilling, just keep doing it
Like,
because that spirit of discovery is really the reason, how you and I met, how we now have a podcast,
yeah,
how we do, bakery pickup lines across the world. And, soon enough, once COVID subsides, whenever it does, hoping that that is sooner than later, you know, we'll be, you know, then later on making music together in the same room. We'll be doing uh, performances and gigs around different venues, whether that's literally in Spain or in New York, wherever it is. And
yes, sir.
all of this happened just because of like, hey, I'm bored. Let me try something.
Yeah, hey, I'm bored. Let me just jump on Twitch real quick and see what's up.
Right,
Like,
right.
crazy, man. Like, you were bored. I was bored. Now we here.
I believe there's only two types of people in this world. There are consumers and producers. And everybody starts out as a consumer, but not
Yeah,
everyone in their lifetime becomes a producer. But I would argue that there is there's a heightened sense of fulfillment and joy that comes when somebody finds their own way to become a producer.
yeah. It's just amazing, man. Like, it just brings such like, it brings you joy. Like that you can really explain to someone who's just like a consumer. Like, because like I'm not saying they won't understand, but like you gotta do it to get it. You can just
Yeah,
like understand it. It's like you saw someone's like some like some dish you never ate before, and you try to explain the flavor.
right,
Like they will never get it because they never
right.
tried it before. So it's just like that's that's what's so special about it. You need to try it and find out if I mean, it's not like for everyone, of course. Like once you try, you be like, whoa, is this little thing I can do?
Yeah,
And it's something different because you're doing something that like not everyone's doing. Like I think that's amazing. Like being able to do something that only a few can do, and not
mm,
because like they're not able. It's just like passing. Like okay, you just literally just decided to do it and
yeah,
want to do it. That's what's amazing. Like being able to do something and just doing it. It's as simple. Like just think about it and do it. It's hard to do honestly because you think about it and it's okay, just doing it. But like starting with something, it requires a lot of like self will. It's just a lot of self will. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah. I think just try it out. And I think for the listeners, just to clarify, I'm not even talking about music producer. When
No,
I say producer and consumer, it really is just
anything.
doing something with your own hands, doing something with your own mouth, eyes, mind. Whether that's baking a cookie for your friends, or making a beat for a vocalist, like whatever it is, it could just be drawing, scribbling. Like there's just this type of like joy and fulfillment that comes when something that you do with your own mind, body, it just it's unexplainable. And then when you see, as a producer, other consumers enjoying what you produced, that's where it just makes sense.
Yeah, you
Like,
just feel better with yourself.
yeah.
You're like, whoa, it's like dopamine.
Like, one of the most vivid scenes I still have from COVID was, it was just like a really small gathering. One of my buddies has an apartment in Brooklyn, and so we were all just chilling on the rooftop, and um, we had like a big ass wireless Bluetooth speaker, so we were just vibing, jamming out. And then one of my buddies was like, "Yo, Harry, like, we should put your song on." And I'm like, "I mean, if you want to, like, go for it." And so he put on Baller, but we didn't. My friend nor I, we didn't announce to. There was probably like 8 of us there on the rooftop. We're all just vibing. We're chilling. We got some drinks and whatnot, and we're all just vibing to the music. And then my friend puts it on, and obviously, I'm just observing the 7 people on the roof, and I want to genuinely see the reaction. And then once the drop hit in Baller, like, everybody was just moving, like everyone's just like feeling the beat, and that was one of the best memories I have since doing all of this, because like that, like there was just this type of euphoria that
Yeah,
came onto me. And I
yeah,
remember,
like
Phantom, do you remember
the
I took a snapshot, I
yeah.
sent you a snap,
It's
and I'm
crazy. I
like,
still
"Yo,
remember that.
look at the song. Like, this is their actual reaction."
It's like, yo, that's crazy. But yeah, like it's just like, whoa, I made that. It's just like, yeah, seeing like people vibing to something you made. I don't know, man, priceless.
Yeah. And I can't wait, real soon here, whenever it comes, knock on wood, sooner than later, when our future music comes out and we're playing at the venues, and we just see the crowd, and we just see how they move to the songs. Because at the end of the day, the music that you and I make, I think the one purpose that we have is we want people to just just vibe out,
Yeah, jump to it. Like,
jump to it, headbang to it, get a
yes,
stanky
sir.
face. I think of the jump, headbang, and stanky face. The stank face is my
Best
that
one.
brings me the biggest sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, like if saw your song, you put this face,
Yeah.
that's it. Like my job is done here.
Yeah. It's like I could die right now. The Lord can take me right now, and I'm good.
I'm good. Like I've seen the stank face for the last time. That's it. I don't need anything else. But yeah, absolutely, man. Like
And
seeing
that
people just
translates,
jump.
that stank face obviously in music is that, but let's go back to the baking thing. Like, if you're a producer in baking, if you become a baker, you're baking cookies, and you give your cookies to your friends that you invite over, and they're eating this, and they're just like, "Holy crap, this is amazing. This meat pie is just crazy."
It's crazy. Yeah.
Like, that's what it is. And I think, yeah, like, it's just that's that one central message I've been making sure anybody that I come into contact with hears is just like start being your own individual producer. Like I don't know about you, Phantom, but like if the rest of my life was just sitting on the couch watching Netflix, I think I would lose my mind.
Dude, like I'm already losing my mind, and I'm like here like making music all day,
Yeah.
and I still feel like I could do something else.
Yeah.
You know, like I just feel, I don't know, man, about you, but I just feel like I'm never doing enough, you know, and it's just killing me from the inside. So yeah, I feel the same. Like if I was just like sitting on the couch watching Netflix all day, I would be like miserable.
Yeah. I would say lately the two times I've been the most happiest, let's say within the last year, is one um like DJing in front of a crowd, and within that, playing my songs and seeing the energy that comes out of my own songs to people. And then two, hooping.
Hoping,
Like
man.
I swear to God, I don't know, man. I think until the day I die, man, like playing basketball with my torn ACL, whether I'm 30, 40, or 80, like that really will be like the biggest uh single most thing that gives me the most happiness even now, man.
I can't tell, man. Like SP hooping is just like you gotta see it. You
to,
can't explain it.
to my listeners, if you ever end up coming through to the courts and you see me hooping, first of all, I will give you I'm going to apologize in advance. I do not shut the hell up. I got the
It does
biggest
not.
mouth in the world. I talk a lot of trash, but I still got some game for the amount of trash that I say. Um, but granted, I have worn one ACL, so I have a torn ACL. My lateral movement can only go so much to the trash talk. But I really think it's just like there's activities in everybody's life that gives them that sense of sanity and peace. And for me, it's really those two things. It's DJing and hooping. Um, like just find those and just hold on to them. Like don't let them go, because that especially we're all still in a pandemic. Like even now more than
Yeah,
ever, just
it is
continue
time to
continue
slow,
to
you know.
practice that. If you don't have it, find it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's never late. Even if we're not like pandemic anymore, you still have time to just look at yourself and try or decide. Just think about like what you wanna do it. Because man, look at this. Like all of a sudden we're just in quarantine for like what, almost 2 years now?
Yeah, we're about to hit 2 years.
And that's it, man. Like if you want to travel, you can't travel anymore. If when I go outside, have dinner to your favorite like place, you can't. So if you want to do something, do it right now because you never know what's gonna happen yet tomorrow. At this
Right.
point, you know. So it's just okay. Just go do whatever you want. If you want to go, but like do whatever you want, man. Life is so short.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Episode 5 here. My I will say, well, yeah, episode 5 here, the title is Just Chatting. I might honestly just end on this note, but I remember going back to my trash talking when I'm hooping. I remember it was when I was a little bit more active on Clubhouse. Uh I was in a Clubhouse room with a few of my buddies, Phantom included, and I just really like at that time I wasn't active, I didn't do anything, so I was just like I need to go to the park. So I went to a nearby park and I saw these two probably like dudes and maybe like 19, 20, 21 years old. And I really wanted to just like play basketball with somebody. Like I was sick of shooting by myself, And so I was talking to the clubhouse room, like, guys, like, should I like ask these
Dude,
guys to like play horse with me?
I remember that day. So it's so bright in my memory right now. Like, how can I forget about that moment, dude?
And thankfully, those two guys, are like, yeah, let's do it. Like, let's play some horse. And I'm telling you, like the minute a game starts, whether it's horse, whether it's 1-on-1, 3-on-3, it is game time. Like I'm that competitive edge, it just takes over me. And I mean, Phantom, you're my witness. I did not shut the hell up that whole horse game.
I was about to leave the call like 5 times. I was like, okay, man, I'm so done with this. Like,
If you were in that clubhouse room, you would have thought I was betting on horse racing.
man, like I swear, I never see anyone as loud as this dude when he plays basketball. Like,
To my listeners, this is why I'm a DJ.
insane.
Because when you're a DJ, you don't have to talk. You just press play, you twist some knobs, you do a little scratching, and you beat match. I'm doing a favor to society. If there was a mic on me forever, you guys would all not be here. That's why this podcast, it's just little increments of my voice. You don't want to hear this for 24/7. You don't. You don't. But speaking of 24/7, if you do want to hear it, one I'm gonna do a little plug here before we end here, Phantom. December time, we have a little tradition on my Twitch channel. Listeners, the best game to ever have existed in human history is this multi. I forget what the MMO stands for, but there's this RPG game called Maple Story. And this episode will be aired on October 4th, 2021. So I'm giving you an advance notice. But if you'd like to hear my voice for 24 hours,
24 hours, like literally
24
24 hours
hours,
non-stop.
you are cordially invited to my Twitch channel because it's now a tradition right around the holidays in December. I have a 20 plus hour Maple Story stream on my Twitch channel.
Sir,
I will have company and friends. Obviously, Phantom will be there and some other company. And we're just going to have a good time. We're going to all screw up our sleep schedule in unison as a community, as a brotherhood, as a sisterhood, as a family.
you'll
And
never be the same after that 24 hours. You'll never be the same.
last year we went up to 20 hours and I really reconsidered life because it took me a good 2 weeks to recover physically.
2 weeks, man. I wish it was 2 weeks for me. It's still going on. It's
But
still running from last year.
but like we said, guys, 2021, go big or go home. This year we're doing 24. So you are all cordially invited. I hope to see you all there. And on that note, we're going to sign off. This was episode 5 of the Cookies and Beats podcast with your host, SeoulPark, PHANTOMHOUSE. Make sure, if you haven't already, to follow us at Cookies
Yes.
and Beats on Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, SeoulPark, on YouTube for all the replays. And with that, we will see you guys on the next episode. You guys all stay safe. Continue to produce. Continue to bake meat pies.
Make
And
sure to bake. Bake is important.
oh yeah. And once again, listeners, are you a baker? Because you have nice buns. Till next time. Take care, y'all.
Yes.